2013, it's one of those.
ChrisG always been a talented player, of course. It was interesting to think that it was back in, like, what, 2011 maybe, or 12 that he was having his come-up, sort of, right, where he was starting to be just super solid at a bunch of games, and then 2013, 2014, he started having those crazy Marvel years.
Yeah.
And it's really cool to see him here representing Evil Geniuses.
The first time he made Evo Top 8 was, I believe, 2011. It was Mortal Kombat 9.
Mortal Kombat, yeah, MK.
He had a good reptile.
Very strong reptile. He's good at a bunch of games. That's the thing about Chris, is he plays a lot of games, which I'm sure you'll see if you tune into other streams this weekend. He plays a bunch of games, and he's good at all of them. And he plays cool characters, I feel like, in every game, too, right? He doesn't just, like, pick the characters that are good. He plays, like, the characters that he wants to play, which I think is really cool.
Sometimes he helps to sort of design them. He sort of helps to make them work in the first place. Very creative.
Mm-hmm. That's what I like about watching Chris. I'm curious to see who he's going to pick against Abigail.
It's definitely going to be the big boy Abigail coming out of Jan. He's already sat down with that. Guile. I think that makes a lot of sense. Character that Chris plays quite a bit. And although I don't think that it's like a dominant blowout for Guile, I do think it's one of the tougher matchups that Abigail has. He certainly has some ways in. You know, run is a way. Giant flip is a way.
He can
big
smash
jump
the
roundhouse
booms.
is a good way. Yeah, he can reflect or smash the booms for sure. So he definitely has tools, and once he gets in, he's a terror against anybody.
Oh, yeah.
But I do think, like I said, the Guile has slight advantage in the matchup.
He's going to be real comfortable in the neutral, right? When he doesn't have to deal with sort of the kind of traditional Abigail up-close pressure game. It's just how he handles stuff like giant flip and jump. And as you mentioned, all those ways that he can get in, those are important. How you recognize and stop those is going to be key.
Each individual attempt to get in is sort of not likely to work out as Abigail. But he has enough ways in, and he's so threatening when he is in that you have to take him incredibly at all times.
And he's got a billion HP.
Right, yeah.
He's like a raid boss, basically. He's just got a grip of HP. My man is living. You need like a healer.
Hold on, this man picked V-Trigger 2 down there.
For Abigail? Yeah,
for
that's
Abigail,
crazy.
he sure did. It's not that common, although if there are any matchups to use it, and I do feel this is one of the better ones.
Yeah, interesting. Most Abigail players tend to always pick V-Trigger 1.
Right. Wow, crush. Okay. Chris did not believe that the Fierce was coming. Now he's in trouble.
Yeah, he's got V-Trigger already at least. Caught the jump out.
That may be stun. Oh boy, that actually may be it. On the EX here? No, he's going to need a little bit more.
A pixel for ChrisG. What does he got? Wake up jab. The V reversal.
Oh, I love it. Okay. ChrisG spent the bar, and I think Jan is going to be okay with that.
Yeah, we'll see how the rest of this round looks.
Right.
Surprise! Wow, what a block.
Can
Surprised
Chris
he spent
avoid any damage at all?
He can build himself a lot of well. He spent more bar, yeah. Look at that health. He has so much. Down strong boom did almost nothing, right? He has so much health. It's very difficult to kind of shave down Abigail's life bar.
All right, well, ChrisG is making a good round of this. Look at that. What a whip punish of all things. No.
Finally the trade, but Chris got a lot of work in there. And that's more reminiscent. I mean, think about that. Pixel ChrisG got 70% of Abigail's life, right? That's what Guile can do.
Right. Yeah, jump strong, huge range on that thing. Leaves his body over the booms a lot of the times. Stand Fierce will go through and trade with booms. Same with down strong.
And Chris had that forward jump on the run. Again, Jan looking for jump out. Out of the corner, and Chris, he's got room to work, although he goes in.
Oh, too far.
Yeah, could have swept. And just all these booms.
There's a lot of patience coming out of Jan. He's not overcommitting, really. I like this from him.
I like run cancel and a parry, too.
Sure.
Doesn't commit to anything risky.
Oh, boy, he wanted to shoot for the moon on that one.
A walk up run. EX boom, yeah. That was the juggle he got there.
Oh, no, a little too far, and that's key. Okay, activation. Now, what do you do with V-Trigger 2? I mean, there certainly are pressure series that you get out of it. Wow.
Walked up in range. He got the juggle. He's got V-Trigger 2.
Yeah.
Jump over low, and that'll do it. ChrisG got counter hit on that. Maybe throw teching, maybe hitting a button. And Jan with the first game, 2 rounds.
Okay, he was able to chase down ChrisG pretty consistently. It took a lot of life to do it, but he's got that life.
He's got the HP.
He does.
He can deal with those kind of situations. Man, old habits die hard on that thumbs up, huh?
That's right, yeah.
Flash kick, oh, it barely caught him.
He wasn't 8 feet tall.
He probably wouldn't have got hit. That's tall people problems. How do you think he gets on an airplane, dude?
I don't think he does.
Yeah.
I mean, would he even out of principle? He's a car.
Yeah, a car can't. He's got to be in the cargo,
right?
Yeah. That's, whoa, is that where cargo comes from?
I don't know.
Flash kick. Somebody find out and let me know, please.
Now you got me flummoxed.
I know.
Nice. ChrisG took a risk, and that was a big risk. Although with V-Trigger 2, you're not talking about quite the same damage output.
The forward fierce over the boom. The classic Guile anti-air, right? Man, oh man, Chris really just kind of hunkered down in that round.
Certainly looks stronger.
Double back fist. Keeping Jan out a little bit better now. He's going to his normal anti-airs. When a Guile player becomes comfortable, they start to use normal anti-airs instead of just the flash kick. That's where they're the most dangerous, when their spacing is on point.
Jan seemed like he was getting a little bit impatient, but he's settled down. He's going to make Chris pay for... No!
What? You did this. I talked about it earlier. You did it again.
Me?
David Graham up to no good.
If anything, you know who I'm pulling for, buddy. Chris.
Up to no good.
Lovely jump timing to blow up the Stand Fierce. Stand Fierce is so good. You can't really whip punish it easily, but you can jump at that time.
Man, he really is checking for a constant jump out from ChrisG, it looks like.
Right, it seems
that
like
was a crazy block, by the way, on EX V-Skill Boom. It's like 2 frames to get across the screen.
Oh, not much of a punish. Okay. Jan is a hit away from taking this right now. No, he did EX. He's going to get V-Trigger, but even still could have had Super.
Oh, guard break. Gonna use the V-Trigger at the end, and that's enough to close it out. ChrisG looking to the sky, trying to find an answer. Could have delayed tech.
So match point now for Jan. Chris trying to fake. Oh, what a reaction.
Took a lot of gray, though.
It did. Jan has always had excellent reactions.
Looks for that run again.
Oh, wow, okay. ChrisG goes in at just the right moment.
I'm surprised he got the jab after, too. Abigail's so tall that sometimes combos don't hit on him if you hit the jump in a little too high.
The anti-air Watson was there. Everything's looking good right now from Chris in neutral. He just can't get touched.
Just walking back, waiting him out, faking the booms. He still has V-Trigger on deck.
We haven't seen V-Skill anti-air. We've only seen normals from Jan. He's not taking those risks. Okay, ChrisG just looking so good right now. But again, cannot get touched. Ah, okay. Forward Fierce was not in time.
Yeah, it was a clean jump in from ChrisG. That was really kind of a clinical Guile match, right? It's exactly what you want against a character like Abigail. You anti-air him with the EX booms. You anti-air him with forward fierce. When he jumps from far away, you have flash kicks when you need to. It's a great round. It's everything you could ask for, really.
Sticking with V-Trigger 2 here is Jan.
Yeah, surprise. Most Abigail players almost never seem to pick it.
Wow, okay. Yep, he's there in time, and now Chris is in trouble. No meter.
Yeah, command throw stun here. 2 of your reversals.
Twice?
It gets rid of a lot of the stun.
That's true, but Jan was still in range. Now EX is there.
Reversal boom, the flash kick, he was ready. And it was counter hit, so the damage isn't bad. Surprised we didn't see back throw from Chris. Uh-oh, giant flip. He has the V reversal. You see that throw to fake him out?
Yeah, Jan is not taking the bait.
Yeah, it makes it look like you're going to throw a boom, right? It's kind of the fake out that you go for.
Tried to chase with the slide, didn't work.
That was a clean crush. Building Chris some of that V-gauge that he
really
used.
Recovered so well. He was caught in the corner, and he had no meter at the time, but he's battled all the way back.
Yeah, he took the corner for a second there, and then he backed off. He didn't want to be near Abigail. Gets clipped. He can set out the V-skill here. Just waiting him out.
Yeah, I like this. Now, the threat of V-Trigger 2 coming over is there.
Just wait it out. Yeah, he was right out of range of it. V reversal
again. He would bring in trigger, maybe not in time. Maybe
yeah, he tried it, but it just looked like it didn't stuff it. And the down jab on the other side, Chris just snuck over Abigail. It was super close, but he made it. Now match point to ChrisG.
I think a big key of this is not just his zoning, it's also his ability to jump in. As the set has gone on, Jan has had fewer and fewer anti-airs against Chris moving forward.
Yeah, exactly
just like that.
He tried to do jab, it looked like, but it just didn't work.
I'd love to see a V-skill to shut that down.
And the fake outs from Chris are great, right? The throws, the whiffing, the jabs. He's really catching Jan off guard. Yeah, as you mentioned, not ready.
This is huge. Well, this allows Chris to not always be cornered. He can move himself away from the corner a little bit while dealing some great damage, resetting the situation. It's been super important.
Dash up. Man, he got in his face, too.
No.
Oh, punish. Didn't get the activation he was looking for.
Jan's in trouble.
Takes
Here's
the throw.
Chris.
This is all ChrisG at this point.
It looks like it. Jan's got to make a big change. You know, well, no more super.
Yeah, gets clipped by the EX Boom, and this is almost all she wrote. Oh,
High,
mix
low.
up. Yeah, you have to guess whether it's instant overhead or the low.
Just a 50-50, and Chris guessed right. Jan guessed wrong. Again, as that set went on, you could really see Chris start to assert more and more control in the neutral game, and especially, not just that he was able to control Abigail from moving forward, but his own forward movement was, I thought, super important in that.
All those jump forwards. He did like, I don't know, I feel like 15 jump heavy kicks, right? Or something like that. It was, yeah, it was a lot. Yeah. Looks like it is. Okay. I see Haitani over there. He's reasoning with Min. He's like, hey, am I on the, am I over here or what? What's going on?
Yeah, sure enough, it's going to be Haitani. That means we're going to have Haitani versus Snake Eyes coming up next. So in one pool, we know that ChrisG just made it into Winners Finals. Neon is already in the other side of Winners Finals.
After beating Momochi.
Exactly right.
So one of those threes won't make it out in the pool. One of them will be out of this bracket already.
Every pool has a tough set of players.
Yeah, like I feel like every pool has at minimum 2, but usually like 3 to 4 good players in them.
Agreed. It's a tough one.
And when we say good, we don't mean just like good. We mean like make it out of the pool and like do some damage good, right?
Sure.
Like